Are all of these crypto offline wallets cooked? Well, that's at least what Google is saying. They just published a new paper this week with a 2029 deadline, the year quantum computers could crack the encryption protecting every crypto wallet on the planet. And if that happens, it doesn't really matter if you own a Ledger, a Trezor, a Tangem, or any of these other cold wallets out there. We would all get wrecked pretty much. But there are a few things we can actually do right now that can give us a few extra years of safety against this, and that is what I will talk about in this video. If you enjoy videos like this, consider helping me with a thumbs up, as that helps me out a lot. Thank you. Okay, so what is happening right now? Well, the way Bitcoin and most other coins out there work is that every wallet has two different keys. We have a private key that only you know, the owner, and then we have a public key that the blockchain network can see. So the first one, the private key, is what lets you move your funds. You can make transactions and you need that to do all of that stuff. Today, nobody can figure out your private key just from seeing your public key. But quantum computers can do that soon. And Google just showed it would take a lot less resources than anyone previously thought and said that 2029 is a realistic deadline for this to potentially happen. Now, here's the part that should concern most crypto holders. Every time you have ever sent a transaction from a wallet, that wallet has a wallet address, and the public key for that address now becomes permanently visible on the blockchain. So right now there is roughly 6.9 million Bitcoin out there in these addresses like this, where the public key is already out there seen by the blockchain. And then a powerful enough quantum computer could take all of those public keys and work backwards to get the private key from that to all those wallets. At that point, the funds can be drained and your hardware wallet being offline would not really matter at all. It would essentially be quite useless. That being said, your Ledger, Trezor, Tangem, all of these cold wallets, they keep your private key completely offline, and that is still the right approach against every other threat that exists today. We talk about malware, phishing, remote attacks, all of that. None of those can touch your wallet funds if you have a properly used cold wallet like this. But the quantum threat out there is different because it does not really need to touch your hardware wallet at all. It just needs the public data already sitting on the blockchain from all of those past transactions. So cold storage using a hardware wallet is still very, very important. We just need to think about what could be happening on chain now when we factor in quantum computers. Some coins out there already have some safety against quantum computer risk, but if we mainly look at the two biggest one, Bitcoin is the coin that is the most exposed right now. There is no quantum upgrade live yet, and a large portion of all the Bitcoin in circulation sits in these vulnerable addresses. That includes very old coins, even Satoshi's original holdings. Ethereum, however, is moving a bit faster trying to solve these challenges. Vitalik and the Ethereum Foundation published a clear roadmap in February 2026 with upgrades planned for this year to tackle these challenges. And we also have some of these hardware wallet companies trying to do some fixes against this. The Trezor Safe 7 is the first hardware wallet to use post-quantum cryptography at the hardware level. What it does is to make your hardware ready for the transition when the blockchains themselves make these quantum safe updates. But the most important protection you can do right now does not require any of these hardware wallets at all, pretty much. And that is what I'm about to show you right now. The easy steps we can do right now to protect against quantum computers is to stop reusing old addresses. Every time you send from a wallet address, the public key becomes visible on the blockchain forever. Most modern wallets already handle this automatically for Bitcoin by generating a new fresh address each time you receive a Bitcoin to your wallet. But this is worth being aware of. So if you plan to hold Bitcoin in a wallet for a long time, make sure to start by creating a brand new wallet address that have never been used before, and then send it there. The second thing, the most important one, is then to never use that wallet address anymore. Never send from that address. If you already have Bitcoin in a wallet address that you have previously sent from, the public key for that address is then already on the blockchain. But to fix that is quite simple. You just open your wallet, you generate a new fresh receiving address and move your coins there. That will buy you a few more years of extra safety while the big blockchain networks try and solve these challenges. And by the way, if you want me to make a full step-by-step video showing exactly how to do this on the Ledger, on the Trezor, on Tangem, then let me know in the comments below, and if enough people want it, I will make that video. But if I'm gonna be honest about all of this topic, the quantum computers cannot do any of this today already. That threat is real, but it is not here right yet. The timeline is still uncertain for that as well. Some experts say that might happen in 2029, and others say that might take longer. But considering how fast AI has accelerated hardware development over the past few years, most people in the space think it's worth preparing now rather than waiting. And the preparation we are talking about here in this video, it's not really complicated, it doesn't cost anything, and it takes just a few minutes. So there is really no reason not to do it. Let me know if you're worried about this, about quantum computers, or if you have any other concerns about these wallets down in the comments, and I'll answer you there. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.